Hi, I'm Erica Mendez, and I play Gon in Hunter x Hunter.
Hi there!
It was actually really sad for me. I feel like for like 3 sessions, I think I thought we were going to end, and there ended up being more than I thought there was going to be. So I'd get emotional each time because I was, Gon's, I've spent the most time with him out of any of my characters that I've played. So, and he's like such a good little boy. He's like almost my son, I feel like, in a way, if I had children. But yeah, so I just get emotional every time. And then sure enough, when the final session actually came, just my heart got really heavy. It was like a really bittersweet moment because, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who might be bad and be watching this before the show on the DVD set. But, yeah, it's just, all the stuff that happens and everything just kind of comes to a close. And it's a really bittersweet moment, I feel like. So I just was happy that he was happy. And I definitely cried when I got home thinking about it. I guess just kind of more exploring his darker side. I think that was really fun. We only got to see a brief moment of it during the Chimera Ant arc. So I think just not too much because obviously I do love that pure side of him, but just kind of getting to play with that a little bit more and seeing how he might have treated other characters other than just Pito, if it ever came to that, I think would have been interesting. Yeah, it was a little strange without Killua being there for a while because I really did love their dynamic and just how close they became over the course of the series. I mean, 148 episodes. It's a very long time. So it was nice to see how, Gon changed Killua and in the reverse, how Killua changed Gon a little bit too. So yeah, seeing them apart was a little sad for me just because, I don't know, they really did seem inseparable for a bit, but I think it is part of the whole growth story, though, that they did need to be apart just to kind of grow even further. And I'm sure, they'll have plenty more adventures together when it comes down to the line.
Isn't she great? Sorry, but you really can't compare to her. No matter where we go, we're part of the gang. Like Kite said. Right.
I didn't quite expect it to be the way it went, I guess. Gene's definitely still a jerk. I kind of thought he did lighten up a little bit. They did have a nice little moment at the very end episode. But, I don't know, he's still kind of a jerk. But it was cute to have that little father-son moment. Gon definitely enjoyed it, so I smiled knowing that he was smiling, and that obviously I had to smile when I was recording it to get that feeling. But it's nice to kind of see that he got what he wanted in the end, even if it wasn't necessarily perfect in most people's minds. He kind of lives by that tough love mentality, so I wasn't super surprised. But I feel like I don't know, I kind of felt like some warming up to him after a while, considering, he just kind of left him at the beginning of it and didn't really care to find him necessarily. But he was leaving clues, I think, and ways to sort of find him on the journey. So I think it wrapped up pretty nicely, and, totally wasn't totally surprised about the interactions between them. No, not really. I was kind of, again, I think, Gon's just gonna do whatever he wants. I think he has potential. Just knowing him over the course of the series, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'd give him a chance, but whether or not he'd be good, up in the air. But I'd be willing to give him a shot. So I wouldn't be hurt if he was the choice at some point. It was really surprising because, you see Kite and he's like this, tall, silver-haired, lanky dude who's like really tough and gives a lot of, like, kind of like Jean, gives tough love to Gon and Killua and whoever else he comes across. And then all of a sudden he's this little kid. And it's just, yeah, I didn't really expect that to happen. I mean, I didn't expect him to come back at all. Definitely more. They're both very weird guys. The type of guys you wouldn't think normally would like each other, and they do have moments where they, don't really get along. But I don't know. It seems a very unhealthy relationship. But I guess they make it work somehow. My cats have been really pushy lately, so I would probably have some kind of Nen ability where I could, like, I guess, levitate stuff and feed them from across the room, so I wouldn't have to get out of bed. It's been a long run. For those of you who have watched it twice over the past few years since it's been out, thank you so much. Thanks for supporting the dub. Thanks for supporting me, the rest of the cast, and just everybody involved. And it's been such a great journey. I'm so honored that I got to be a part of it and got to just continue to entertain you guys. So thank you so much for sticking around for so long. Bye.